The winner makes a path by stepping on the snow, but the loser waits for the snow to melt. To know a person, look at his wallet, his pleasures and his complaints. Making others happy is like putting perfume on yourself. A man may be concerned about the skin diseases of others, but his own serious illnesses are invisible to him. The bad of a good person outweighs the good of a bad person. He who spit into the well will surely drink the water someday. If you just get it, the person who gets it must be below the person who gave it to you. But if you lend and borrow, you can treat them as equals. There are 3 things that hurt a person: anxiety, quarrels, and empty wallets among them. Empty wallets hurt people the most. Fish are always mouth-caught. Humans, too, are fished by the mouth. Never curse or rebuke a person until you put yourself in the other person's shoes. Actions speak louder than words. It is more difficult to deceive oneself than to deceive others. When 2 people fight, the one who gives up the fight first wins the fight. He who can learn something from everyone he meets is the wisest man in the world. A person who does not know how to keep his mouth shut is like a house in which the gate cannot be closed. A single coin in a jar makes a loud noise, but a jar full of coins is silent. There will be friends who praise and follow you, and there will be friends who criticize you. Stay close to friends who criticize you and stay away from friends who praise you. It is a mistake to think that you can work alone without a friend. But to think that you can't get things done on your own if you don't have friends is a very wrong idea. And it is a greater mistake to think that a friend cannot do his job without you. An affluent person is one who can be satisfied with what he has. Changing from happiness to unhappiness is instantaneous, but on the contrary, it takes a long time to turn unhappiness into happiness. Be a person who knows how to bend softly like a reed, not a person who cannot bend because it is hard like a tree. Rather than regret something that has already been done, regret not doing what you wanted to do. By waking up late in the morning, drinking during the day, and talking nonsense in the evening, a man can simply waste his life. Marries for passion, but passion does not outlast marriage. You can learn modesty from a cat, honesty from an ant, fidelity from a pigeon, and property rights from a rooster. Think that there can be a greater misfortune than now. The winner steps on the snow to make a path, but the loser waits for the snow to melt. There is nothing light-hearted like admitting one's faults. The winner thinks there are other ways, but the loser insists that there is only one. The purpose of marriage is joy, the purpose of funeral attendees is silence, and the purpose of lectures is listening. Before you pray, ask yourself if you really need to pray. Otherwise don't pray, because habitual prayer is not true. Life has many things to learn, but those who do not do good are like wild horses. Hate sin, but don't hate people. Many people read books to avoid thinking and to escape. He who learns from everyone is wise. He who runs for fame cannot hold on to fame. But he who runs away from fame is caught by fame. If you are gripped by an evil impulse, start learning something to drive it out. The best medicine to improve memory is admiration. Wine tastes like sour grapes when it is new. But the older it gets, the better it tastes. Wisdom is the same. As the years pass, wisdom is polished. Money can never make everything good, but it doesn't make everything rotten either. If you have a lot of wealth, you worry a lot, but if you don't have a lot of money, you worry a lot more. When alcohol gets into the head, secrets are pushed out. Respecting and obeying the Father is because the Father provides food and clothing for his family. Nothing puts your mind at ease like admitting your mistakes. Nothing weighs down the heart like always insisting that you are right. To attain happiness, you must move away from contentment. The difference between a savvy person and a wise person is that a tactful person is a person who gets out of difficult situations that would never fall out if he were a wise person. Through prayer, we can clearly see our attitude toward God and toward others, as well as what we ought to do. Sin is weak as a woman at first, but when left alone it becomes as strong as a man. Sin is at first as thin as a spider's web. But in the end, it becomes strong like a rope connecting a ship. Selling to people who need it is not a trick. A true trade is selling what you don't have to someone who doesn't need it. Talmud quotes about life.